I've spent over $50,000 on Google Ads to learn this one lesson that no one else is talking about that I'm going to share with you in this video so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. But first, a quick disclaimer, this is purely for informational purposes. If you follow any of the steps in this video, we are not liable. So my background is running a software as a service platform that helps people collect data. And like most SaaS companies, I have a basic funnel like this, where people visit, and then they sign up, and then some people purchase. So for the sake of this video, let's say the average customer to me is worth $28 in net profit after all the PayPal fees, etc. And we'll say that 1 in 4 signups ends up purchasing a subscription. So that means that each signup is worth $7, context independent. And then to make the math even easier, we'll say that for every 7 visitors, we get 4 signups. So each visit or click would be worth up to $4. This is what's known as a conversion funnel, and it's crucial that you know these numbers from your organic traffic before you begin running ads. If you don't yet have a funnel like this, just keep waiting and working on it until you know these numbers. Then you can check out Google Ads, and you'll likely find yourself looking at Smart Bidding, which uses conversion data from your own website to optimize bids to get you the most return on your advertising spend. And a natural question comes up, well, how much conversion data do I need for this to work effectively with Google's machine learning? And you can never seem to get a straight answer on this. The best I could find was this answer that says you need anywhere from 0 to 500 conversions in the past 30 days. If you're making 500 sales per month, congratulations, you can ignore the rest of this video. But for the rest of us, only making a handful of sales per month, we have a decision to make. Do we optimize for a limited number of purchase conversions, or do we optimize for a higher number of indirect micro conversions like signups? Do we feed Google's machine learning with a higher quantity of low quality data or a lower quantity of high quality data? Well, we know that machine learning typically works better with more data points, even if they're low quality. That's how a lot of image classifiers, etc. are trained. So I originally went with more data, meaning I told Google to optimize my ads to get signups. And I felt safe because I knew from my organic traffic that 1 in every 4 signups would result in a purchase. In my mind, a signup was as good as gold. I just needed 4 of them to get a sale. And spoiler alert, it's not this simple. So let's fast forward and pretend we started a campaign to maximize conversions and told Google to optimize for signups. We end up paying $3.10 per click, which is lower than $4, which is a good sign. And then we start seeing a $5.17 cost per acquisition, which is less than $7. So this is great news. We should be profitable, right? Well, when we look at the purchase CPA, we end up paying $31 for a sale, and it's only worth $28 to us. So it ends up being unprofitable. But it's only a few dollars off, right? Maybe the machine learning just needs more time to learn and optimize and all that good stuff. So we wait a few weeks for the machine learning to keep running. And the results are in. We see that cost per click went down and cost per signup went down as well. This is great news. We must have made a lot of purchases, right? Where are all the purchases? Oh, what's that, Google? You're laughing at us? You're right. We didn't tell you anything about purchases. We just told you to get us signups as cheaply as possible. So what's going on here? Google did its job and optimized to get us cheaper conversions for signups, but they stopped converting to purchases. So let's go back in time to understand what the heck just happened. Here we are back at our initial results where we were within reach of profitability. But this time, let's turn on our X-ray glasses and take a look at the actual segments behind the funnel. For this video, we'll assume there are only 3 different types of people in our funnel: red, yellow, and green. The red ones are clickbots. Yep, there are a lot of clickbots on ad networks. Anytime there's money being exchanged, you can trust there will be clickbots on the internet. Some people estimate 1 in 4 clicks are actually fraudulent bots, so you need to be aware of these. Also in this segment are click farms. These are people who are paid to click on your ad, and they even sometimes go a step further and sign up for your service. That way it registers as a conversion, and Google will optimize for that content provider to give them more money. This mostly happens on YouTube or the display network, so just keep an eye out. If a particular website or YouTube channel is giving you a really high sign-up rate, it's probably fraudulent. The next segment of people I want to talk about are just the general population. These are just regular people who were interested in something else and somehow stumbled upon your website. They're not particularly in need of your service or product. They're just kind of looking around. Maybe they'll buy from you another year or so, but not right now. They're not ready to buy. And the last segment is my favorite segment. These are people ready and able to buy my service today. They have a glaring problem that my service can help them solve, and they're ready to put in their credit card details and purchase my service. And because they're so valuable to me, they're also valuable to my competitors, meaning I should expect a much higher cost per click for this segment of the population. In fact, here are the cost per clicks for each of the segments right here. We can see that they all average out to $3.10, but we get a much different picture when we look at each subset. And based on these cost per clicks, we can also figure out the cost per acquisition for each segment. We can see that the bots and the general population are profitable, but the actual people willing to pay for our service are unprofitable for the cost per signup, which is over $7. Despite that fact, that segment is still profitable at the purchase level. We're only getting $16 per purchase, but that's not evident at the signup stage, and Google thinks it's unprofitable there. So now when we let Google optimize our signups, ironically, it's going to go and identify that segment as being a bad segment and knock it out. This is Google's advanced machine learning just doing what it's told to do and getting you the lowest cost per signup possible. To the untrained marketer, you'll think you're doing an awesome job and ask for a promotion. And if you let it keep going on its own, Google's going to keep on optimizing until it gets you the cheapest possible signups, all from bots and click farms. Okay, but let's say you're only running search ads which have less lead fraud and you have a way of eliminating the bots. Or even better yet, you say, well, instead of using signup, what if I use another conversion deeper down the funnel that I know no bot is going to fall for? So let's say I redo my funnel and optimize for an engagement conversion event, which no bot will be able to do. It requires a human to do it. Anyway, my numbers start looking like this. We let Google do its advanced machine learning magic, and hopefully this time it eliminates the bots, which it does. So now our engagement CPA goes down. However, we can see that the actual paying segment, the green ones, is still an $8 cost per engagement versus the general population is $4.50 because that population is cheaper to get. And remember, if they're not trying to solve an immediate problem they're willing to pay for, they probably have a little bit of time on their hands and they're willing to kick the tires and try your product out with no intention to purchase. It seems counterintuitive that these people would result in higher conversion rates, but think about last time you really had to buy something and solve a problem. Did you go to every single vendor and try all their free trials? No, you probably just went to a bunch of sites, made a bunch of assumptions, then picked the one you thought would be best. Which is why we can see this behavior that I'm describing in our funnel, where the people likely to buy have a poor mid-funnel CPA and they get eliminated when Google runs its optimization, leaving your ads to run to the general population who have no intent of buying, but will give you a good engagement CPA so you have your vanity metrics to show your boss. And just to address the elephant in the room, yes, I did arrive at these conclusions by rigging the cost per clicks and conversion rates for each of the three segments I discussed. If you change these values, you would arrive at very different conclusions. This is going to be different for your specific type of business, your market, your competitors. I just wanted to outline what I found for my field, and I believe it's applicable for a lot of other markets and lines of businesses. So you're free to try yourself and spend your own money. Again, none of this is actual one-on-one advice. This is just a recap of what I've found and what my assumptions are on how the underlying Google Ads algorithms work. So what's the final $50,000 lesson that I learned and is not advice? Don't do this. Do this. I found it's better to optimize for purchases, even if you don't have a lot of them. Otherwise, you're likely to get caught in those endless cycles that I showed where you begin optimizing for bots or the general population who has no intention to buy. Again, do your own research. The numbers are going to be different for your specific market and business, and you may not have to worry about this endless loop of no purchases and high signups, but I just don't want it to happen to you. Please like and share this video if you found it useful. If this video gets a lot of views, I'll start making more content on this topic. I have a lot of other lessons I can talk about, but we'll only do so if you guys find it interesting. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.